I'm Todd for G66. Welcome to another Tuesday Tone Tip. On today's video, we are on the new VP4, and I want to show you how you can unlock what I'd consider a hidden feature or a hack to get even more out of your VP4 presets. Before we talk about that though, I have a Fender Strat Ultra 2 going into the VP4. That's going into the Soldano X88IR, and I've added a little bit of reverb in post. I've taken one of the presets from the very first bank of factory presets. In fact, it's A3. It's called Vintage EH Effects, and I've copied it to not one, but two empty slots down here. So we've got the exact same preset in these two slots. I'll show you why in just a second, but for now, I'll just go through the four scenes on here, some lovely analog style effects. Let's start with this flanger bypassed, and then we'll kick it in. Beautiful stuff. We're utilizing all four effects blocks in this preset. However, there are not one but two extra features in every single preset that you can access. In the input block, you have a noise gate that's built in that's doing some mild attenuation at the moment, and you also have a level control in the input block. Now this is a great way to compensate for the differences between different guitars. Let's say you had a low output single coil guitar and then you had a high output humbucker guitar, and you wanted to use this preset for both guitars. What you could do is just save the preset to slots that are side by side so they're easy to access, and simply turn the level up for your guitar with lower output pickups, or do the opposite, turn it down for your guitar with high output pickups. Most of the time you want to turn it up though. The other feature is in the output section, you can also control the preset level here, but there is a preset EQ to go along with that. And this is the hack that I want to talk about today. What you can do is use this preset EQ essentially like a fifth block to give yourself a boost. If you're using it into the front end of an amp, this will give you a gain boost. If you're using it in an effects loop or you're using it post distortion, this can actually give you an overall level boost. So you can use it as a powerful tone shaping tool. So at the moment, let's just roll with scene one on this preset. So it's just this electric mystery flanger. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to leave this first preset alone. I'm going to go to the copy of this preset. And what we're going to do here is just turn the overall preset level up to give us a gain boost into the preamp that I'm running. So let's start off by setting a 6 dB boost over here. I'm going to hit save, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to toggle between these two presets. Remember, everything else is the same, and I'm just going to toggle it on the VP4 with the foot switches in preset mode. Let's have a listen. actually give yourself up to a 20 dB boost there, more than enough gain running into a preamp section, and quite frankly, an insane amount if you were going to be using that in an effects loop or a post gain setup. Let's just go for a 10 dB boost on here, and I will hit save on the preset. I want to fine tune this now and use the EQ as a powerful tone sculpting feature on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop some extreme low end and high end from there, and I'm going to boost 1K. Let's go for a 6 dB boost there. I'll kind of boost around it as well. And we'll give it this very vague kind of, frown shape EQ over there. Let's hit save. And now we'll have a listen to the difference between the stock preset, so no preset level boost and no EQ, and then we'll just switch over to the version that gives us essentially that powerful graphic EQ. Now, of course, we could do a similar thing if you're running the VP4 in your effects loop or on a direct pedal board post gain. Be far more careful with the levels though. In this case, I've taken this LT effects post preset, so a multi-tap delay and a reverb active at the moment, and I've done a 2 dB level boost along with a 1.8 dB boost at 1K in there. I've cut a little bit of 250, I've rolled off a little bit of high end. This one is super subtle, but the idea is that if I switch over to this preset, I get the same effects that I've had, but everything is just pushed up. This would make a great little solo boost. You can also change the overall level from scene to scene. Again, if you had a scene where you needed a volume boost, in this case, say in the effects loop, this would be really easy to set up. Let's just say that back to my original preset over here, I've got everything that I like on the first 3 scenes, but then on scene 4, this circular delay, I want that to be louder. I could just go to the levels and EQ, main levels, and I'm going to give myself a 3 dB boost on scene 4. So we'll go from scene 3 to scene 4 now. This makes the VP4 even more flexible, and you can use this preset EQ, like I said, to either enhance your underlying tone, or if you're using the VP4 into different backline amps from night to night, it can give you a great tool to shape your final tone and give you some more consistency, because we all know what it's like when you go from one night, say, playing a JCM 800 and a 4x12 cab to an AC15 the next night, and then a deluxe reverb the next night. It's really hard to keep your pedal board tones consistent into those systems. Using the preset EQ can massively help that. Furthermore, as we heard, you can use it as a kind of 5th block to give you a boost or to sculpt the end tone, whichever way you like it. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comment section below. Otherwise, I will see you all next week for yet another Tuesday tone tip. Take it easy.